Hello Cancers, thank you so much for coming for your spiritual ascension reading. Definitely we're going to be looking at which of your 7 chakras that you've mastered so far on your spiritual ascension path. Alright, I'm not saying that's where your limits are, because the chakras, there are many chakras, over 100 chakras, right? But this is the tarot deck that I have. Besides, this is dealing with the physical being, what is in the physical being. So we're going to see what you've mastered, and then we're going to look at hidden aspects to your spiritual path, and then we're going to also look at other information for you. So stay with me to the end, because it's very informational all the way. All right, thank you for being here. I appreciate your presence, my Cancers. Let's look at you. What's going on with you, my dearest? What have you mastered on your spiritual ascension path at this time? Obviously the dream, I'm not surprised. Third eye chakra, I'm not surprised. Beautiful. Not surprised. Not surprised. Very Cancerian. Relationships underneath the deck. You understand relationships, definitely. You see the power in connecting with other people. It was part of your spiritual path. I think every human being go through that, but you've mastered that already. At the end of the day, in this lifetime, it looks like right now on your spiritual ascension path, you're still like using this ability, this mastery skill of knowing how to be intimate and understand relationships to grow spiritually still, and to also extend your work to everybody around you by understanding relationships, knowing how to deal with it for higher vibrational purposes and spiritual growth. You already have that, right? So you've mastered communication skills, your throat chakra, your personality. You are not speaking any mistakes. Everything that comes through your mouth is high vibrational. If you want to focus on that, you'll be using it for upliftment. Definitely that opening where you can't speak your truth doesn't exist for you. You're on your spiritual path and you communicate it very clearly. Your dreams show you a lot of signs. That's third eye awakening. That's psychic vibration right there, where you've already mastered these gifts of dreaming and getting messages, signs, guidance, and everything, symbolism through your dreams, and you can decipher it, and you know that is the way you get spiritual information. It's one of your highest abilities. All right, my Cancers. I also see that you've mastered your desires. You've mastered the earthly realm. It's like this is the physical body and the earthly realm. You've mastered these aspects of it, where you know how to get your finances together, because it's your foundation. With this, you are able to grow spiritually, because you don't have to worry about how you're going to survive. It's an earthly fundamental power that you've mastered. Okay, and this, you did it, I feel, through understanding your desires very well and going right for it, like bullseye. You know how to do that. You've also mastered the idea that you are going to fulfill everything that heals your inner child and makes you live your life freely without any like thing holding you back, right? You have the discipline, the responsibility to continue your spiritual practices and to continue to grow. You feel a sense of responsibility because you are here for your spiritual growth. You know that, and you feel fulfilled by relying on your spiritual empowerment and disciplining yourself through practices. Everything that you need to do to grow spiritually, you have made that commitment to be responsible to grow spiritually. And I like that. Being playful, being lighthearted about your spiritual path is something that you've mastered as well. Not taking things too seriously. Yes, you're responsible, but yet you are still that spiritual child, that innocent child that always is willing to learn and be free and be happy and just live your childlike vibration. And that is a very good balance that you've mastered, and I really like that vibration for you. I think that this is like you have a great balance of just having high potent spiritual abilities, and also mastering the earthly plane, and also being you in the highest, most authentic space, right? And feeling empowered, just relying on yourself. And I really like that for your spiritual growth and what you've mastered so far. I think it's powerful. Let's go ahead and see what is hidden from you, though, my Cancers, that you are probably not aware, or you do, and you're just gaining confirmation. It's some hidden aspect to you on your spiritual path that you need to know at this time. Okay, so you have the forest, the mountain. This is places, and what? Kairos. So this is like the mountain. Somebody's going through the mountain. So it's almost like higher vibrational energy here, and you knowing the gateway to it. That's what I can derive from that. The forest still is talking about understanding things by going through the difficulties and seeing the light. Like, you know, it's like this is like a boat passing through the darkness. It's like you know how to go through that. But let's go ahead and get detailed information for you, make it clearer. So the mountain is what? The ascent, the peak, the insurmountable, right? So it's like you have some sort of deep grounded strength there, grounding in the eternal, steadfast, uplifting. The mountain stands eternally in our awareness, calling us towards its peak. It stirs up stoic and regal feelings, reminding us of the long line of spirit sages, sadhus, and gods that made their humble thrones within its snowy peaks. So this is all about, it's like you are almost like you come from a line of spiritual people. You're part of it, right? And so it's like you are this mountain, you are this spiritual epitome. When we talk about someone is spiritual, we can identify you as one of those people that are like spiritual beings that are here to do this, right? You are that pillar, you are that person. Okay, that's what I'm getting from that, you know, because mountains represent spirituality, higher levels of awareness and consciousness. So that's what I'm thinking this is really trying to say here. Let's go ahead and look at the forest. The forest is the woods, the thickest, and the jungle, right? So consider for a moment that your earliest memory of the forest is likely it includes all the mythic dynamics of its archetypical space. A little fear, a little enchantment, perhaps losing your way, perhaps discovering a secret mystical treasure. Such is the magic of the forest. It requires first that you enter it, and then that you get lost within it. So this is all magic, abounds, childlike wonder, adventure, reminding me of the childlike energy, the adventurous spirit to venture into the deep thickest of the forest to uncover your spiritual gifts and powers and abilities. That's like you are like the hunter, the maiden, the crone, and the shaman make regular appearance in the forest. Definitely, I told you you're a spiritual being, you're probably a priest. All of the stuff they just mentioned, make regular appearances in the forest. Don't be surprised in these cards if these cards come up together. Let the narrative reveal itself. So you are that shaman, you are that spiritual person that I was telling you about. You know how to go into the forest and tap into information, connect with, you know, like spirits, period. You know, you're old. Let's go ahead and get this other last information here. Is the mythic time, synchronicity. So the Kairos is it's a form of spiritual initiation. So you're going through this type of initiation here, so we're gonna understand it better. So it's alignment, ease in decisions and actions. So you definitely have that ease, right? So let's go ahead and read. We have all we have all had the experience of timelessness, right? Of life beyond the ticking of the clock. It may be felt as time standing still, slow motion, or losing track of time on a walk or in a lovely conversation. This is known as mythic time, and it is the territory of Kairos. This card suggests there is a secondary time continuum that goes beyond any earthly clocks and schedules. Within this non-linear realm, we access divine timing. A single moment ripens with auspiciousness, and our actions change the trajectory of our whole life. All right, so let me get more. Compare the Greek words. No, I don't need that right now. The word evil comes from the root word unripe. Consider that everything has a time of ripeness when it becomes a nourishing fruit, sweet to the lips. So I feel like you are definitely this mystic. I have to say that straight up. Shaman, all of the spiritual names we can give to people that are highly potent in spiritual vibration, and I think that you're definitely in alignment, and you know, you have your own internal divine timing and clock, hence the moon vibration. You are naturally connected to divine timing, divine clock. The timing doesn't, the way things work for you is not the same for everybody. You are on a whole divine timing thing, and I feel like you know this naturally because we describe it to you on lower levels or more clear levels with describing the moon vibration within you, and you being connected to the eternal clock and divine timing, and allowing things to be in the flow and coming to you. So I think this is just like telling you the higher aspects of how deep you go, and I feel a sense of like the spiritual person all the way, and you working with spiritual timing and everything. Like divine is at work within you, and that's who you are. You are this person. All right, so I'm sure this is confirmation for you, my Cancers. Now let's go ahead and see what your spiritual path is leading you for the next 3 months, my Cancers. Ooh, I'm gonna give that to you. Archangel Gabriel is in your vibration. Use him to your advantage. Ask him questions. Write everything that comes to you down. Watch out for messages and what you're hearing. People say to you, listen, there's information and messages for you. Burn a candle for him. Connect through meditation. Ask questions. Let's go ahead. Yeah, Queen of Scrolls, you see, has a lot to do with communications coming to you. You are preparing to be out there more. You're gaining more information, diversifying this information as well. The Six of Swords here is like you are definitely in your flow. This is high vibrational spiritual power that you have as a Cancer with the waterfall. Waterfall is just like you being in your calmest and most powerful vibration here. So you're gonna have the strength of mind to articulate all the messages that you're going to be getting from the divine angel that's working with you, my Cancers. For some reason you need to know some information about your spiritual path because you're preparing. You are the Buddha preparing here. People are waiting for you, all right, to give them information, and there's some things that are not ripe yet, and so you're still in preparation stage for whatever this level of information is. It is preparing you to a higher level, or giving you, probably you are tightening a skill, a spiritual gift, or something that you're supposed to be doing that's going to be helpful to people. So that doesn't mean that this is the beginning of your, obviously you know that you are old, you're a sage. We're not talking about that. We're talking about something you're developing is coming to fruition, that you've been learning, is becoming ripe, it's getting stronger, and information is coming in for you to articulate through your psychic senses, and you're going to be able to pick up the information, and you need to write them down, right? Because it's preparing you for you being of service to people. That's what's happening these 3 months and where you're headed, and you're going to diversify in your growth and your spiritual ascension path. Pretty much that's what's going on. Okay, so let's go ahead. So it's a powerful time ahead for you, my Cancers. That's what I can tell you. Okay, let's go ahead and see the practice that you need to be doing mostly besides journaling, writing things down. What other spiritual practice do you need to be doing mostly? I feel like you need to be meditating a lot. That's obvious, it's right there. Paying attention to your dreams, that's right there. Going outside and chilling with the with the animals and just nature. That's important. All right, let's see. What practice should you have? Look, psychic journaling showed up again. I can't do anything about that. And checking your ethical values, making sure that things that you're doing and saying and behaving is in alignment with your spiritual integrity, and you're being fair and doing things from a good space, right? In your righteousness or balanced space. Okay, I also see that it's being confirmed you need to write. It's psychic journaling. You need to be writing everything down because things are coming to you. And that should be your spiritual practice for the next 3 months, according to Archangel Gabriel here. Let's go ahead and see spiritual challenges that you may be dealing with during this next 3 months at least on your spiritual path. Learning. So you might be, it's all in alignment. You're getting new information and you're learning new skills so that you can what? You can help other people. But maybe you're not paying enough attention. You're doing it the same way you do it. You have to be broad-minded. You have to diversify the way you're taking in information. But at the end of the day, you have to succumb to learning new ways and the new skill that you're developing for your spiritual growth. It is time to learn. It is time to get information. It's time to pack and prepare yourself to be stronger, to give to people what they need from you, what you came here to do. You're a sage, you're a mystic, you're all of the spiritual names, whatever, shaman, all of it. So light worker, all of it. You could be any of that. The point is, it's time for you to learn something new on your spiritual path so that you can be of help to other people. And that's what you need to be focused on. And don't try to not learn. Pretty much, maybe you don't have the time to learn new things and put in the effort and the time to even meditate or do whatever. And the spirit is saying, buckle down and learn. Buckle down and learn. Because it's that time to gain the information that you need. All right, so let's go ahead and see the overall advice they have for you and close out your reading, my Cancers. Right. Oh my God, can I get any more about writing, about journaling? You probably have a book to write. Honor how far you've come. Underneath the deck, you probably have a book to write. The Archangel Gabriel wants you to sit down so that he can talk to you. Whatever information you're writing, it's not just for you, you know. You're a light worker. You're learning and writing a book. You are writing something, information, public speaking, throat chakra, it makes sense. You are at this point in your journey, you have to sit down and write it down. Learn new skills so you can be of help to other people. There's nothing else I can say about this. You are a scribe at this point. It's time to write it down, and it's time to share the information. So that's all that I have for you, my Cancers. Your message is very direct and like straight to the point. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, they're not leaving room for any guessing. It's like sit down and write. So that's the next stage for you. All right, psychic writing. So you have information to share with everybody. Thank you so much, my Cancers. If you've watched all the way to this end, I appreciate your energy. Come back and see me every Monday. I always post for you on Mondays. And subscribe, like, and share. And I'll see you soon, all right? Thank you, and bye, my Cancers.